All right, welcome back. Let's now take a look at more of how to get spreadsheet information into QGIS so that we can front load our projects using just a common spreadsheet tool like Excel or LibreCalc, and then be able to update those spreadsheets and then use those updates in our models. So what we'll do is have a bit review by just starting a whole new project. That way, if you follow along, you'll feel better, I think. And what I'm going to do is go to the spreadsheet. And this spreadsheet, if you watched the previous video, we made from the information that the High Atlas Foundation gave to us. And you can see it here if I go to, let's see if I can find, that's funny. There we go. So let's look at the original report that we got the data from. So here it is here. And this was the data in the table that we copied off into our spreadsheet, which is here. And note that the information on the locations of places were hyperlinks that led to a Google map that had a lat-lon in degrees, minutes, and seconds. And then we also right-clicked on the spot and then collected the digital decimal degrees right there. And we put those into the table so that we have all the information from the table: the province, the municipality, the village, the number of people, the number of households, the activities, the solar panels, the water tanks for irrigation, percent complete. Then we added this here, the latitude in degrees, minutes, and seconds, longitude, and then we grabbed the coordinates in digital decimal degrees, DD decimal degrees, and then I just separated out latitude and longitude by, make sure that this is okay. There it is, although this one of these got messed up. Oh, that's interesting. So gotta get rid of that. And I've got to copy in then the longitude from here.
No, I'm not going to swim now. I have other things I'm going to do.
Longitude is here. Okay, and there. All right. So no, we're not going swimming right now, Nai. And save this. And you want to save it as a CSV to be useful. Now you'll notice that over here I have areas for putting picture 1 and picture 2 over there. And if I want to get a picture of a place where we don't have a picture available, because as you may be able to see here, we have some pictures. This is Agerd-Nortan village. This is a project in Aguns. This is Aguns. This one is Tamgispe. This is Anfley, and then this one for Aglula. And those pictures I brought in from my hard drive in here and dropped in here for Anfley and Agerd-Nortan. You see that Anfley had 2 pictures, and Agerd-Nortan had 1. Tamgispe had 1 pipe. Aguns had water tank 1 and 2, and then the solar panels from Aglula. But what if we want to look at some other pictures of other locations that we don't have here? So let's say we wanted to look at Tamichi, for example, just to get an idea of what Tamichi looks like. And you can see from here, if we go up to Tamichi, then we will have, there's Tamichi, and right click and open it up. You see that Tamichi is right there. And there's some images here that are quite near, because there's some kind of hotel in Tamichi. And you see if there's any pictures. So here's all the pictures of Tamichi. It'd be nice to have that picture of Tamichi in there. So we would then go and grab this grab this picture and then save as and bring it in as Timici Bellevue. And maybe we'll find one other. One's nice. Just looking down into the valley with the mosque is quite nice as well. And so let's grab that one. Timici view of mosque. All right, so we can begin to build up database pictures. Then when we come in here and we find Timici, there's Timici there in row 3, and then come over here and let's find picture 1. And the way you would find it is go into your folder, and there's Timici's Bellevue. Right click, take copy as path, and then here the best thing to do is to go paste special, and then make it unformatted text. That was supposed to work. Paste special. Use text import dialog. Let's do that one. All right, and then go to other, and the string delimiter is this double quotation because we want to get rid of the quotations. And so now when we put it in, you should see, yes, it goes in without the quotes. Otherwise, and let's go and do the other one to show you, if you don't do that and take this and just do copy as path, like so, and then come here and paste with a normal pasting, you get these quotes here that you'd have to remove. And that is a bit of a pain to have to jump through here and take the time. So let's look at another one to see how we can remove those quotes automatically when we do paste special. And put in another picture. So the next one over is, and let's go back to our, our table, and let's look at Vidarani. So we right click, open link on new tab here. This is not something you have a document of, but you'd find your place, and then you'll see, of course, the degrees, minutes, and seconds over there. And if you right click here on any point on a Google map, then you'll get the location in decimal degrees. But here, do we have any pictures? So there's this picture here, somebody's taken pictures, and there's this picture here of a primary school. So let's see what this tourist attraction gives us. And no, there isn't anything. So there's also this mosque. There are pictures in this mosque. And so let's find, these are videos. There we go. So let's see, maybe we go with this one here. And grab it. And save it. And this one is Vidarani, I think it's called. Vidarani. I'm going to spell it wrong here. I will change the spelling later. Let's see what that was. It is Vidarani. Vidarani. So let's go back to Vidarani and see this valley here for Vidarani. And I'll call this Vidarani 2. And you can have as many fields as you like. And now if we go to pictures and find our Vidrarane, I do need to change this to Vidrarane, right? Then you can right-click to copy as path, go into your spreadsheet, find Vidrarane, which is number 10, and then come over here and paste this special, do paste special, use text import dialog, say OK, and then just make sure that it doesn't have those quotes. And then it comes in fine. Same thing here. Vidrarane 2, copy as path. Let's come here, paste special, use text import dialog, and just make sure there's no quotes. And now we have that in. So if we want to build this up, we can now go into QGIS, and even on a blank map, we can come into Layer, add layer from a delimited text layer. That is a CSV, comma separated value. Spreadsheet, comma separated value is a delimited text layer. And then come in and find your layer, CSV. Make sure the X field is set to longitude and the Y field is set to latitude. It is in CSV in the file format. Make sure that you have a latitude and longitude field that you've populated. That's where we took the decimal coordinates that we pulled off of, if you recall, going back here, you just right-click here. Those are the decimal ones. And so that one's in the data table. And then we separated that because they came in bundled. They came in with both the latitude, comma, longitude. So we separated the latitude and the longitude here. And then we have our pictures there. But we have a latitude, longitude field that we pulled out of the coordinates decimal. See the latitude 31 and the longitude negative 7.7 roughly. And so we separated those out into fields with those names. That enables us to make sure that this is X field longitude, which is the x-axis horizontal on the map. And latitude is, of course, going from the equator up to the North Pole or the equator down to the South Pole. The latitude, when it's from the equator down, is negative. The X field longitude going across the Earth, if it's in the Western Hemisphere, it's positive. If it's to the right of the Greenwich mean longitude line near England, then it's negative. So Morocco is negative in longitude because it's in the Eastern Hemisphere. All right. And with that, then we just also have to make sure that we have the right CRS. So let me make sure that that's there. It is the default CRS. Look at the geometry CRS. That's the coordinate reference system, and it's 4326, which is fine. There are others, but this is the one that comes in by default. And then when you add it, then you have all your points there. All right. Now, we know this is somewhere in Morocco, and that'll become evident when we go to web, to the quick map services, and grab a map like the Google Hybrid here. And then you can see that they are all there. And we also had shown that you want to double click on the project sites and make sure that you pick a symbol that you're comfortable with. And I've always said I like to go about 20, and I like to do it in pixels so it shrinks and grows with the map. And I like to apply that. So you see my stars showing up there. I also like to go to labels, go from no labels to single labels, and then I like to make sure it's on villages, not province, because it's picking up all the different fields from my data table. And notice that I had province, municipality, and villages. Of course, it's going to start with province by default. So you pick the thing you want the label for. And so I'm picking village over here. All right, village. And then in terms of buffer, I want to put a buffer, make the buffer black. And I want the formatting text, I want to be yellow, so it's easy to read. Okay, and there you go. So now my data starts showing up, and it's matching what the Google map shows. There's Agoons, there's my Agoons, and meter isn't on the Google map. Yes, it is. Now we zoom in. Temgiste, so obviously these are in the right place. Tamichi is there. You can't click on these photos in the GIS map. This is just what Google Map Hybrid would show you if you were in Google Maps. It's now underneath it. But this lets you now have all these. And what happened to the pictures? So for the pictures, what you do is go to your project sites and go to your go to Open Attribute Table. And you will notice in our attribute table that there is, in fact, these picture things, but they don't lead anywhere. They don't do anything. So to make them do something, you go to the properties again. So there you go. And go to attributes form. And then go to picture 1 and change the widget type from text edit, which is what it is defaulting to an attachment. And then go to your path and put wherever you put your pictures. Mine is in site photos. Select that folder as your default path. You can store as absolute. I think it's better to store as relative to project path, so that if you share this with other users, they can put it in a folder that is relative to their project. And then the integrated document viewer is going to be image. And then say OK. You'll have to do that one more time for picture 2 so that both of those fields have attachments. So here we are on the attachments field, attributes form, and go to picture 2 and do the same thing. It's got to be a attachment. We want to have the default path. Good. Select that folder. I want it to be relative to the project path, and then I want the integrated viewer to be image. You can also use a hyperlink for the document path. So we'll try that for this. Now, when we go to our information icon and we click where we put pictures, like we just put those pictures of Gujarati, you can see that it comes up with a picture 1, picture 2, but nothing shows down here. You need to right-click on the picture and go View Feature Form. And then there they are. Those are those pictures that we just brought in. Another way to do it is to go to the feature form that way. This little thing here, View Feature Form. If you don't want to right-click on this, just view the feature form like that. So let's take a look at, what was another one that we put pictures in? We put pictures into, we have pictures in Tamichi. So where is Tamichi? There it is. So now click on there and, oh, something went wrong. The picture doesn't show up. That's interesting to note. Because there should be, see why? Because it has those quotes. Those darn quotes. All right, so what do you do when you've got a mistake like that? How do you fix it? Well, since we're working with a spreadsheet, you can go to the spreadsheet and find the one that was wrong. This one here, Tamichi. And look over at here, and you see those quotes in there. You just got to get rid of the quotes. Bingo, goodbye. Bingo, goodbye. All right, now save and go back to GIS and tell this that you want to reload the data by right-clicking, going down to change data source. Now it's going to keep all the changes we made, the legend, the symbol, the picture, attachment. It'll keep all that. It'll just take the new version of the CSV, there it is, and it's going to update it. So nothing looks like it changed. But now look, when we click on Tamichi and we go here, there's our picture that we brought in, Tamichi. So that's really all there is to it in terms of getting pictures in using a spreadsheet. And I really think the spreadsheet is the best way to get your data around, because that way you can easily share data between different computers, between different users. You can add the data. A lot of people are using spreadsheets, of course, and it's better than trying to create an attribute table in QGIS and then adding fields to there. I think while you should develop the skills to work within QGIS, being able to work between LibreCalc or Excel is far more powerful and gives you more flexibility. I hope that helps y'all some. Remember that you can put any map you want behind your data. So if we take a ESRI map and go for their high resolution ESRI map. Oh, that's the ESRI standard. So that's useful in its way, but you can also add from Quick Map Services an ESRI map of the satellite. And now, yeah, very high resolution there map. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's it for the spreadsheet, and we're going to work on the entire project. In fact, I'm going to look at different ways of analyzing water flows that go downstream in these mountain streams, particularly down here, and we're going to try to analyze pollution, people washing their clothes upstream and how it's polluting the downstream river. We'll be able to do some analysis of that. But this is a start, working with a spreadsheet. Thanks.